They say sleep is the best medicine. But what if the very thing meant to heal you, your night's rest, starts slipping away like sand through your fingers? Imagine this, a middle-of-the-night emergency call. A man, 62 years old, clutching his chest in agony. The paramedics rush in, lights flashing, urgency everywhere. His wife whispers, he never slept well, never took it seriously. And then, silence. The heart gave out, just like that. Sleep isn't just closing your eyes, it's the silent guardian of your life. Without it, your body rebels, your mind frays. Risks skyrocket. You know the statistics. Poor sleep doubles the chance of heart disease, triples the risk of stroke. But here's what most don't realize. What you eat before bed can be the difference between tossing and turning or sinking into deep, healing rest. Picture this. You crawl into bed exhausted, but your mind races. The clock ticks louder. Your stomach rumbles, not with hunger, but confusion. The food you had hours ago is still throwing a midnight party inside you. Acid reflux, sugar spikes, caffeine buzz. It's a chaos no lullaby can tame. Now, pause. Think about the last time you woke up feeling truly refreshed. Remember that sensation? That rare gift of waking up alert, calm, ready? What if I told you the path to that feeling starts on your plate? Foods, simple, everyday foods, can tip the balance. They're like tiny warriors in your bloodstream, fighting stress, calming your nerves, coaxing your body to rest. But choose wrong and you feed the enemy. The enemy called insomnia, tossing you into restless nights, waking at odd hours, staring at the ceiling, trapped in your own mind. Imagine this, a warm glass of milk, golden honey melting slowly inside. That's not just comfort. It's a biochemical lullaby, a gentle nudge for your brain to release sleep hormones. Or think about a handful of almonds, crunchy, unassuming, packed with magnesium, the mineral that whispers to your muscles. Relax. But it's not magic. It's science wrapped in simplicity. And the best part? These foods are right there in your kitchen. Not exotic, not expensive, just everyday heroes waiting for you to call on them. So listen closely, because tonight might be the first night you sleep differently. Not restless, not fighting your own body, but truly, deeply resting. Sleep is life, and the foods you choose, they are your secret weapon. Ready to learn how to wield it? Let's dive deeper. Meet Helen, 63, retired school teacher, widow. Lives alone in a cozy apartment filled with memories, old photos, faded curtains, the scent of chamomile tea lingering in the air. For years, Helen thought poor sleep was just part of getting older. That tossing and turning, waking at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling. Well, that was normal, right? Just something to live with. But one night changed everything. Helen sat in her kitchen, scrolling through endless news on her phone. Her heart was pounding, not from excitement, but fear. She felt dizzy. That familiar tightness in her chest returned. Maybe it's nothing, she told herself. But deep down, she knew. The doctor's words hit her like a cold wave. Your blood pressure is dangerously high, and your sleep, it's fueling the fire. She didn't want to believe it. Sleep? How could that be the problem? But it was. The sleepless nights weren't just fatigue. They were a ticking time bomb. Helen's story is a mirror. You see, she made the classic mistake. She reached for a cup of tea after dinner, a strong black one. Just a little warmth, she said. But what she didn't know was that caffeine lingers in your body for hours, sabotaging the chance for real rest. And her dinner? Heavy, greasy, late. She ignored the subtle warnings, the restless legs, the sudden waking, the brain that wouldn't shut off. One morning, after a night barely sleeping, Helen woke up and said aloud, "I can't live like this anymore." She was exhausted, physically, mentally, emotionally, so she decided to fight back. Helen started small. She swapped her evening tea for something lighter. She added foods that soothed instead of stirred. A few almonds here, a banana there, a spoonful of honey and warm milk before bed. She began to notice a change. "Something shifted," she told me once. "It's like my body finally remembered how to breathe at night." Helen's journey wasn't overnight. There were setbacks, nights when the old habits crept back, but every small victory built her strength. Now, she sleeps deeper, wakes refreshed, her blood pressure is better, her heart feels lighter. Her story isn't just about food, it's about choice, about realizing that even small shifts can save you from the edge. Helen's not special, she's just like you. And her fight? It can be yours too. Ready to find out what really works? Let's get into the science behind it. Without the boring lectures, I promise. Imagine your body as a finely tuned orchestra. Every instrument, your heart, brain, muscles, needs to play in harmony. But when the conductor, your brain's internal clock, loses the rhythm, the whole symphony falls apart. That conductor is called the circadian rhythm. It tells you when to wake up, when to eat, and crucially, when to sleep. Now, here's where food enters the stage. Certain nutrients act like tiny messengers, whispering to your brain, it's time to wind down. Take tryptophan, for example. It's an amino acid found in turkey, nuts, dairy. Tryptophan is the raw material your brain uses to make serotonin, the feel-good chemical, and then melatonin, the sleep hormone. Without enough tryptophan, the orchestra's melody gets fuzzy. You're left restless. But here's the kicker. Tryptophan doesn't just magically work. It needs help. Picture it like a VIP guest who can't get into a club without the right ticket. Carbohydrates, they're that ticket. Eating a small, balanced carb snack in the evening helps tryptophan cross the blood-brain barrier, making your brain produce more melatonin. Magnesium, too, plays a quiet but powerful role. Think of it as the calm mediator. It relaxes your muscles and quiets the nervous system. Without magnesium, your body stays tense, your mind stays alert. No wonder falling asleep feels impossible. Foods like leafy greens, almonds, and seeds are magnesium's natural sources. But beware the villains. Caffeine, a notorious sleep thief, blocks adenosine, a chemical that builds up during the day to make you sleepy. Imagine adenosine as sand slowly filling an hourglass, signaling it's time to rest. Caffeine sweeps the sand away, leaving your brain alert when it should be winding down. And sugar? It spikes your blood sugar levels, jolting your system awake right when you want calm. Late-night sweets aren't sweet for your sleep. The timing of eating matters too. Your digestive system slows at night. Heavy meals close to bedtime overload your gut, causing discomfort and disrupting your sleep cycles. So, food is more than fuel. It's a dialogue with your brain. The right foods send signals that soothe, relax, and prepare your body for rest. The wrong foods, caffeine, heavy fats, sugar, are like a loud party, crashing your nighttime peace. Understanding this dance between diet and sleep is your first step to reclaiming restful nights. Let me tell you about David, retired engineer, proud grandfather, but for years, someone who couldn't sleep. Every night was a battle. He'd lie there, staring at the ceiling, counting sheep until the sheep got bored and left too. One day, after a particularly rough night, his daughter gave him a simple tip. Try a handful of almonds before bed. David was skeptical. Almonds? Really? But he gave it a shot. Here's why that worked. Almonds are packed with magnesium, the muscle relaxer, the natural chill pill your body desperately needs. Imagine your muscles as strings on a guitar. Without magnesium, those strings stay tight, taut, buzzing with tension. Almonds help those strings loosen, calming the whole body. David started eating those almonds every night. Slowly, the tension in his shoulders eased. The tossing stopped. Sleep began to sneak back in. Then there's Maria. A retired nurse, she always felt guilty about indulging in desserts late at night. But she had a secret weapon: bananas. One evening, feeling restless, she mashed up a banana with a little warm milk and honey. The next morning she woke up surprised. She hadn't woken up once during the night. Bananas contain potassium and magnesium, but also vitamin B6, a natural booster for your body's melatonin production. Think of it like planting seeds in a garden. With the right nutrients, sleep blossoms naturally. Plus, warm milk and honey create a cozy, calming ritual, signaling your brain that the day is done. But beware, because here's where many stumble, especially if you're like John, who used to chug a strong black tea after dinner to relax. The caffeine lingered in his system for hours, like an uninvited guest refusing to leave the party. One night, he switched that tea for a calming herbal brew, chamomile. The result? Nights full of deep, uninterrupted sleep. Chamomile is nature's gentle lullaby. It binds to the same receptors in your brain as some sleep medications, but without the groggy morning after. It's like a soft whisper, telling your mind to slow down and your body to let go. So here's the takeaway. 1. A handful of almonds before bed can be your natural muscle relaxer. 2. A warm banana and honey drink isn't just comfort. It's a sleep booster packed with melatonin helpers. 3. Swap that evening caffeine for chamomile and watch your nights transform. Try these simple stories for yourself. Because the journey to better sleep isn't about complicated fixes, it's about the small choices you make tonight. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel that quiet stillness around you. That's not just the absence of noise. That's a promise that your body, your mind, your very soul is ready to heal. You've been carrying so much, years of stress, worries, habits that didn't serve you. But tonight is different. You're not alone in this. Everyone who's ever struggled with sleep, every restless night, every sunrise that came too soon, they've stood where you stand now. And just like them, you have the power to change your story. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now, right here. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, stretching without pain, smiling without effort, your mind clear and your heart light. That feeling isn't a dream. It's waiting for you on the other side of these small choices. The handful of almonds, the warm cup of honeyed milk, the calm sip of chamomile tea. These aren't just foods, they're keys. Keys that unlock your body's own wisdom, the deep well of rest and renewal inside you. You don't need pills. You don't need complicated routines. You need to trust your body again, to feed it kindly, listen closely, and honor its need for rest. Sleep is your birthright, not a luxury, not a privilege, your birthright. And every night you choose to nurture it, you're choosing life, vibrant, strong, joyful life. So when your head hits the pillow tonight, don't just close your eyes. Close the door on old worries. Open the window to peace. Feel the rhythm of your breath slow down, and let yourself drift gently, deeply, fully into the rest you deserve. Because you are worth it. Always have been, always will be. Sweet dreams.